The United Nations Secretary General said on Friday that Afghanistan is spinning out of control and urged the Taliban, which is capturing huge swaths of territory, to halt its offensive so they could negotiate in good faith. The message from the international community to those on the warpath must be clear. Seizing power through military force is a losing proposition that can only lead to prolonged civil war or to the complete isolation of Afghanistan, Antonio Gutierrez said. I call on the Taliban to immediately halt the offensive and to negotiate in good faith in the interest of Afghanistan and its people, he continued. Gutierrez said he is deeply disturbed by early indications that the Taliban are imposing severe restrictions on human rights in the areas under their control, particularly targeting women and journalists. It is particularly horrifying and heartbreaking to see reports of the hard-won rights of Afghan girls and women being ripped away from them, he said. He also mentioned that at least 241,000 people have had to flee as a result of the Taliban's attacks, while the country begins to see a reduction of critical supplies. He notes that schools, clinics, and roads were being devastated. Even for a country that has tragically known generations of conflict, Afghanistan is in the throes of yet another chaotic and desperate chapter, an incredible tragedy for its long-suffering people, Gutierrez said. The Taliban have made rapid advances amid the U.S. withdrawal order by President Biden, capturing several major cities, including Afghanistan's third largest, Kandahar and Herat. The Taliban now control 17 of the 34 provincial capitals in the country, according to the Associated Press. The State Department announced Thursday that it would be deploying military personnel temporarily to the international airport in Kabul to help draw down its embassy staff. So, I've been someone who said that the United States staying in Afghanistan year after year was ridiculous, and that you can kind of see why this is a waste of time when even decades after we've been there, they still need our help and we're just stuck there forever. But I've never opposed other countries getting involved in a diplomatic manner. So, humanitarian aid. And when the UN gets involved, we're not just talking about the US. This is something that, as they mentioned in the statement, the international community gets together and condemns or otherwise tries to work with whoever this oppressive figure they're discussing is. In this instance, being the Taliban. Um, you have a bunch of barbarians who are trying to take over that country and probably are going to take it over. And, I'm very sympathetic toward Afghanistan citizens. I think there's a lot of merit for them, Palestinians, these other groups of oppressed people, Yemenis, to immigrate to countries that are not of this nature. So whether that be the United States, the UK, because, I think when a country or a place of origin has shown that it has these maniacs that, they're not just trying to get control of stuff, they're doing terrible things to women, and to children as well. You can really convince me that those people should be allowed to leave from over there. But there is a lot of anti-immigration sentiment, so that's going to be one of the harder things to get over. Um, but yeah, I hope the United Nations takes a bigger role in trying to make Afghanistan not be the war zone that it's turned into. And I hope that in place of this war, we can actually see some negotiations take place, because the UN really is, I'd say, the last hope as far as getting all of these different countries to participate in something that isn't just bombing and being savages. So one can only hope.